We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Wait, set, wide, 20, check 53. I'm on. Kill. Check 9.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Check 53, check 53. Hey, let's go.
Throwing on second down, Brady. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go. Alpha. And we got Mike, number 50. Bravo. 53. Don't get nervous. 53 to Mike. 53. 53.
From the gun, it's Brady.
Here we go.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Brady gives to Michel. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Wide motion. Wide motion. Mike 54. Mike Larry. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, orbit.
Here's Brady to throw. This is going to be caught by the rookie from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Kill.
On the toss, here's Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Darnold from the gun. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Go, son. 58, 58, Mike. Target. Lady. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will pin him back as it's out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
First carry for the fullback, James Devlin. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Goal 50. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming after you. Hey, exit. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Ozzy.
Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. And he'll get that to Michelle. Complete. Give him 15 yards on that one. And New England has a 1st down.
A gain of 15. And the Patriot 1st down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
36. He's coming. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, goal 66.
Now Michelle. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel, 1st-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
72. Go get him. Hey, Delta. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. Wait, set. 380. Check 53. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Pilot, 64, reach 72.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Get one. Mike. Let's go on. No, 66. I'm trying to collect. Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Hey, Steve 6. Stop here, D.
To throw is Brady. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
And the Patriot first down.
Wait, set. Wide, 20. March by 4. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Back. Check. Me. I got motion there. Me. I got Ozzy. 54. Hey, 66.
Here's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
53, come on, boy. X3, 218, jump. All right, here we go. Check out. Hey, Alabama.
Here's Damian Harris, third rounder from Alabama. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Motion. Check. No. Check 15. Hatchet. Let's go! Shoot! 80 weapon. Goal 50.
Now Brady on the bootleg. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
54. Mike 54. Don't let him breathe. Hey, wahoo. Play outside deep. Don't let him breathe, deep. Check it. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike, check it.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Goal 50. Check. Hey, 66. Hey, box truck. 53, check 53. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Sugar.
Brady going to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go, T. Man, 80.
Darnold on 3rd down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Get ready.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. John Simon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's in. Complete.
What are you doing? You can't get past me.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened. On the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3. timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Wait, 10, wait, 20. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yo, hey, second.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Wait, 10, wait, check 53. Hey, I'm coming. Sugar. 53, Mike.
Hey, Mike 7.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives. And
he's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
I got 11. Come off the ball.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Check 53, Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Check it. Reload.
He's check.
Hey, Charlie.
Check nickel. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. I got it.
Check it. Reload.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Stop me out here.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Zoo.
57. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. 57. Mike, 50.
Alert! Get that quarterback.
Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 50.
Check it. Reload.
Shotgun now for Brady. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah,
and that's caught inside the 35. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on second and long. Darnold. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Brady gives this to White. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, let's go.
Mike 57. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Hey,
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 34-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that being tough.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
53, Mike. Watch the slant. Check. 53, Mike. Check. 53, Mike. Cut. Alert. 53 is the Mike. Check that out.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Alabama. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Alert. Switch. Motion. 57 is the Mike.
Hey, orbit.
Operating from the gun. Brady. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, alert! Watch the boot.
Hey, exit.
51. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 51.
Hold 50.
51. Oh, you got deep? 50.
No, 60.
Now Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Check 4, 72. Hey, Delta.
Mike 57. Got one.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come, 3D. Hey.
Brady now on first down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And how many times have we seen that? Third down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was the Super Bowl MVP last season. On first down, Brady dancing to his left. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's see what you got.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Give me some.
No, 66.
On second and a yard. Brady got a man open. That's Harry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the shotgun. Here's Darnold. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Wait, set, wide, 20.
Check 53. Watch the run.
Hey, check it. Hey, go 66.
On 2nd down now. It's White looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
Hey, Steve 6. Hey, check it.
Watch the run. 57's Mike 57. I got you, punk.
From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
I can't believe they even let you play. 51's the mic.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Young lady. Protein spill. 51, Mike. And 80. I'm coming for you, Ma. Hey, wahoo.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot already. Right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Patriots.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Push him back. Push him back.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run with Lane. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't been getting it.
On 2nd and 9, Brady trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Darnold now to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Jets on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, I need one over here. I need one over here. Red 80.
Darnold from the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
And now Edelman.
Come on, fellas.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
53 for Mike. 50.
Hey, 66. Hey, Mike 7.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
50.
From the gun, Brady. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. first down. Here's White. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Sugar.
Now Brady. This is White on the screen. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was 3rd in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White.
Hey, Charlie.
53 is the mic.
I want that. Give me that regular.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll find Hall. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Let's go.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Let's go, baby.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Burkhead on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Yes, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch twist.
Now a carry for White. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Check it, reload.
53's mine. Check 53's mine. Here we go. 53's mine.
Hey, Sue. Check it, reload. Now
Brady. It's complete. James White. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with White, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 2nd down run for Burkhead. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski for the point after. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This one taken from the 7.